Today I'm going to be talking about the legal differences of the Good Samaritan law between citizens and doctors. You might be wondering, what is the Good Samaritan law? What exactly is the Good Samaritan law in the United States? Good Samaritan laws provide limited protection to those who attempt to assist someone they believe is injured, ill, endangered, or otherwise incapacitated. The laws are intended to reduce bystanders' reluctance to help someone, for fear of being sued or for wrongful death. Examples of Good Samaritan situations include when someone has chest pains or falls and hits their head on a sidewalk. Good Samaritan laws encourage bystanders to assist these people without fear of inadvertently causing further injury or death. Bystanders' action is critical in emergencies, such as cardiac episodes, where seconds can mean the difference between life and death. Good Samaritan laws exist in all 50 U.S. states, but vary in different places. The key word is Samaritan. That means that doctors are not also covered under this law. This makes it harder for doctors to do their job without fear of getting sued. The reason I chose this topic for my annotated bibliography is because of the person I interviewed. Her name is Dr. Gehring, and she told me a story. A story where a young man came into her ER in need of assistance. He was overdosing on drugs, and when they gave him the drugs to stop his high, he punched the doctors in the face for quote-unquote ruining his high. In the past, if a patient was incapacitated and unable to confirm care, the doctors could go ahead and assume that because they were helping the client, they were doing the right thing by saving the life. Now, surgeons and doctors everywhere are scared. Patients refusing surgeries, parents refusing vaccinations have all caused a legal conundrum in the medical field. Lawsuits skyrocketing, doctors losing their licenses, while simply trying to give their clients and patients the best care they know how. If the Good Samaritan law also covered doctors, that would solve the problem of lawsuits and help doctors feel safer to treat their patients the best they know how.
This time we're learning about the high price hospitals across the country are paying when patients are found dead in bed. Chief Investigator Ron Regan is here tonight. And Ron, you learned that this is how hospitals are describing this alarming trend that you first uncovered.
Well, that's right. It refers to healthy patients who die suddenly and unexpectedly. And our investigation is now finding hospitals are paying millions of dollars in a growing number of malpractice lawsuits.
The problem is not with malpractice lawsuits. The problem is with an excess of malpractice lawsuits. We do not know what is real malpractice and what is an overreaction. This is causing doctors to fear for their medical license and their roles as doctors. How can a doctor actively provide care if they have to make the choice between sticking to their medical advice or worrying about a lawsuit? The U.S. government also noticed the uptick in malpractice lawsuits. While not giving doctors the right to the Samaritan law, they have made it harder to sue for malpractice. Medical malpractice lawsuits have dwindled in recent years to about half of what they were at the turn of the century. Paid settlements against MDs and doctors of osteopathy fell to $8,500 in 2016 from $16,000 back in 2001. Settlement amounts also fell over the 15-year period to less than $4 billion from more than $6 billion. One reason for the decline, states and the federal government have tightened rules for filing malpractice suits and proving wrongdoing. Many patients who suffer medical negligence never file suit. One study showed only 8 of 280 patients harmed by malpractice actually filed claims. Many lawyers won't take smaller cases because they bear the financial burden of bringing the case to court, between $100,000 and $200,000. The doctors' lobby has convinced legislatures to cut our fees, one attorney told CBS News, so it's a heavy upfront load. It all means bigger pay at the courthouse is needed to make a medical malpractice effort worthwhile. While settlement in smaller cases are way down, the number of cases in which the payout are $500,000 or more have remained stable. In the future, I hope not only to see lawsuits numbers dwindling, but also doctors obtain the Good Samaritan Act. Because doctors are under the oath of malfeasance, which is to do no harm. Doctors are trying to provide accurate care, and that is hard when there's legal and financial aspects at play. Thank you for watching. That's all. And in the future, I hope you too remember the Good Samaritan law.